Jazz Club.
Hey everyone, good evening. Welcome to the third episode of The Death of Cliff Huxtable. My name is Terésa Dowell-Vest, and I'm excited to bring you a chapter that was probably the most requested chapter when putting the book together, the Denise chapter. Vanessa, Denise, and Sondra linger by the gravesite as the crowd moves towards the cars. They do not speak as two men on the gravesite begin to move towards the grave and place flowers into the open hole with the lowered casket. In the distance, they hear the sound of car doors opening and closing, ignition switch being turned. The sun is setting over Brooklyn on this early fall evening. There's a slight crisp in the air, so the sound of cars warming brings Sondra out of her quiet.
I think we should go on to the house. The cars are waiting.
You go ahead. I'll get home in a little bit. Take Olivia with you if you don't mind.
No, not at all. Just don't be too long.
Are you sure, Denise? I mean, I could stay with you if you'd like.
No, it's okay, Vanessa.
Are you sure, Denise? I mean, you don't have a car.
Vanessa, I'm sure. This wouldn't be the first time I figured out my way back home on my own. It's okay. I'll be fine. Go. Please, would you mind giving me a moment?
Sure, no problem.
To hitch a ride on the wings of a sparrow. Wouldn't that be nice? To go where the wind takes you and be free to let the open sky guide you nowhere. You never got that about me. You never... You were my guy. Do you know that? Did you know that? You were the model for them all. You were the measuring stick for all of them. You were my guy. And I think I was supposed to find him so that I could find you. So I could love you. So I could feel close to you. I did that. That's what I wanted. I would find the man and you would be happy. You would be happy for me. And I wanted to make you happy because you were my guy. I felt like a series of disappointments to you. And I go away hoping that when I came back, we could, I don't know. There are two men nearby, leaning on someone's mother's grave or someone's father's tomb. Can you see them, Dad? They light cigarettes and talk about the Giants or the Jets or which team has a stronger secondary or which team needs a new quarterback or which. Do you hear those guys, Dad? They're talking football. And I can't tell if they're Giants guys or Jets guys. Not that it matters much to me, but this moment is just a simple wait and let's talk about football moment for them. It's nothing too deep. Nothing too special. Just wait and feel the moment. The emptiness type of moment. This isn't heartbreaking for everyone. Fathers love their daughters. Fathers do love their daughters, and I know you loved us all. I know you did, and I loved you. But we stopped liking each other a long time ago. I missed my guy, you know? I missed the man who thought I was charming and lovely and sweet. I became a woman that challenged your idea of a lady, and you loved me. But you didn't like me. You didn't like who I became. You didn't like the cut-up shirts or my spiked hair or my style in high school. You didn't like the college dropout or the wife of the divorced father or my locks. You didn't like that. I didn't like you picking me apart. I didn't like it. And I think you knew that. And I used to think that you enjoyed shaming my every picked apart piece. Did you? Was I your shame? My piles of disappointment left you questioning, like, what is wrong with this one? Why can't she be like her sisters with the good grades or the good husband or the kids of her own or the steady job? And I knew that. I knew it. Excuse me. Yes. Can I get one of those?
You want a cigarette?
You have something else you want to offer me?
Y'all, I gave the lady a cigarette. I see her, she fine. She slipped it between her lips. I pulled out my lighter. A warm hand. Oh.
Hey, say hey, man. Hey, man. Not today. We are not doing that right now.
It's okay. I'm okay.
But it's your father's funeral. It's
okay.
That lady said it's okay.
Okay, I know you doing your Denise shoot your shot moment. I mean, who wouldn't? But okay, fine. Okay. Well, Denise places her soft, warm hands around
Butch.
Okay, Butch. Denise places her soft, warm hands around Butch's soft hands.
Surprisingly soft.
Denise places her soft, warm hands around Butch's surprisingly soft hands to shield the flame. Denise brings his hand and flame closer to her lips to light her cigarette. And with a quick few drags, Denise is lit and is satisfied.
Thank you, Butch.
No problem.
Denise.
Cool. I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. And Thanks for the cigarette again. I appreciate it very much.
Okay, well, the young gravedigger Butch is on his way, going about your way, and he backs his way towards the headstone and takes a seat with his buddy. Denise continues to talk to her father.
There were times that I challenged you for sport. It gave me a slight rise to Fluxter, the great Dr. Heathcliff Huxtable. But that's all it was. Just folly for my amusement. I loved you. But I don't think I liked you much either. I'd say that I'm jealous of those birds flying off. But I've always been one of them. Flying off to seek a better branch, flock to embrace me, feather of my kind who would never judge me as I am, who would never hold me to the standard of Sondra or Butch is handsome. Oh my God, you would die if I brought home a gravedigger. Oh, that was so poorly timed. But I suspect you would have found a speck of humor in my ill-timed joke. But that's what we do, right? We joke, we kid, and we tease, we ridicule, and we shame, and we act as if it's part of some act, right? The Huxtable Family Hour, starring the most perfect dad you will ever know with the most perfect wife and her gang of imperfect kids. I kept finding my way back to you, and I kept needing to leave. This life suffocated me. This perfect Huxtable life was not living, and I know I've lived, and my life I'm living, that's the version of the life that I want to live, not yours.
Denise looks up from the gravesite beneath the quickly setting sun. She takes a final drag off her cigarette and tosses it into the mound of dirt to be placed on her father's grave, and mashes it into the soil beneath her boot. She nods to the two men to signal that she is done and is about to leave. Butch flashes Denise a modest smile, as not to disrespect her in her time of need, but to reflect his interest in her. Denise acknowledges his smile with a soft smirk in return, and she waits for him to meet her at the open grave. He hurries over, excited to be summoned by the beautiful, beautiful woman with the long locks running down her back. She reaches into her hand purse and pulls out a pewter frame with a black and white photo of herself from 1987. She hands the framed photo to the young man.
Put this in there, please.
Are you sure? It's a pretty great photo.
I am sure. It was one of his favorites.
She raises her head to listen to the singing sparrows and the flutter of their collective wings as they continue on their journey in the purple and orange New York sky. And with a chilled, quiet whisper,
this is not heartbreaking for everyone.
Denise walks away from the open grave, leaving behind a pile of dirt and a photo.
you've had it rough, but you also had your cup filled up. And we both know every time you come around, every time you return, you see it in your tired eyes. That you still have more to go.
Let me tell you something, Terésa. It can't be anything like love, can it?
No, it mustn't be. It can't.